Welcome to part 3 of our San Antonio mission trips. Once again, another reminder that my Spanish pronunciation might be a little bit off, so I apologize in advance. The following is from the National Park Service. Originally founded in 1716 in eastern Texas, Mission San Juan was relocated in 1731 to its present location along the banks of the San Antonio River. This church, although smaller than the churches found on the mission sites to the north, still represents one of the most dramatic changes that indigenous people undertook as they moved from their traditional way of life to that of being a citizen of Spain. On June 13, 1691, a Spanish expedition of Governor Terán de los Rios, first governor of the Spanish province of Texas, and Franciscan priest Damian Massanet were en route to East Texas when they stopped in the area of Mission San Juan and met the Payaya tribe. It was on the feast day of San Antonio de Padua, and so they named the river the San Antonio River. Mission San Juan was originally founded in East Texas, not too far from Cushing, and named Mission San Jose de los Nazones, an indigenous group. The French pushed the Spanish out of East Texas, requiring the mission to move to its current location. They moved supplies and renamed the mission San Juan Capistrano. The name was changed because there was already a Mission San Jose along the San Antonio River. In 1756, the mission was home to 265 indigenous people, and the first stone church with sacristy, granary, and convento were completed. The mission would build and complete 2 churches, with a 3rd church never being finished. The second and current church was completed in 1772. The 3rd church was built beginning around 1775 and would accommodate a growing population. The church was never complete because the mission population declined. The mission was partly secularized in 1794 and fully secularized in 1824 by Mexico. Also from the National Park Service, the history of Mission San Juan began in the woods of East Texas. In 1716, Mission San Jose de los Nazones was established to serve the Nazones Indians. However, the mission was not successful, and whatever was transportable was moved here. On March 5, 1731, the mission was reestablished on the east bank of the San Antonio River and renamed San Juan Capistrano. Despite the new location, the mission still had to contend with adversity. Epidemics of smallpox, measles, and other European disease swept through the mission, causing much suffering and death among the native inhabitants. Early on, bands of raiding Apaches and later Comanches terrorized the community, at times when food was bountiful and danger was low outside the protective walls. Some of the mission Indians left, returning to their hunting and gathering way of life. Political problems also arose. As governing power figures in the area changed, so did support of the mission. Still, the mission persevered and grew. By 1762, there were 203 Indians residing at Mission San Juan. The mission included a granary, textile shops, and Indian houses made of adobe with thatched roofs. One governor inspector wrote in 1767, quote, "Overseers or administrators are not needed. The Indians themselves take care of work in the cloth factory, carpenter shop, forge, and attend to all of the work that is to be done in the town. They are industrious and diligent and are skilled in all kinds of labor." End quote. One task that the community could not accomplish, however, was the construction of a new and larger church, which began in 1772. This effort may have been a part of a plan to completely renovate the east side of the mission compound. The intended design of the building probably included a vaulted ceiling over the nave and a dome over the sacristy. A lack of Indian labor prohibited the completion of the project, and construction halted in 1786. Mission San Juan was a self-sustaining community. Within the compound, indigenous artisans produced iron tools, cloth, and prepared hides. Orchards and gardens outside the walls provided melons, peaches, and pumpkins. Beyond the mission complex, indigenous mission farmers cultivated maize, or corn, peppers, beans, squash, sweet potatoes, and sugarcane in irrigated fields. Over 20 miles southeast of Mission San Juan, Rancho de Pataguilla, which in 1762 reported 3,500 sheep and nearly as many cattle. These products helped support not only mission communities, but also the local settlements and presidial garrisons in the area. By the mid-1700s, Mission San Juan, with its rich farm and pasture lands, was a regional supplier of agricultural produce along the historic trading route El Camino de Real de los Tejas. Also around the mission you will find the Yanaguana Trail. The Yanaguana Trail spans a beautiful stretch of the original San Antonio River. The path paved and looking down on the San Antonio River. Visitors can often view turtles, owls, snakes, and other wildlife here. The Yanaguana Trail feels like an oasis in the city, transporting the visitor to a place with only natural sounds. There's also a farm at the Mission San Juan. In partnership with the San Antonio Food Bank, San Antonio missions include a living demonstration farm at Mission San Juan Capistrano. This demonstration farm is fed by a historic acequia and shows visitors what the labor surrounding Mission San Juan Capistrano would have looked like. To visit this farm at Mission San Juan, cross the mission compound and take the trail to the southwest of the mission. Sadly, I was unable to find any online source to donate to this mission, so donations will only have to be accepted in person when you visit.